Hey guys, Podcast Chillin Out. Welcome back. Episode 7. We got 2 guests today. We got one planned guest and one surprise guest. He's one of our favorite customers. So first we're going to introduce my long time friend, basically blood relative. Our history goes back into like literally the DNA of our parents.
Facts.
So Cassie Clavelli,
Hey.
Everybody say what's good, Cassie.
What is goody? I'm here.
Our second guest today is our one and only true friend, friendly neighborhood coffee drinker, Byron. Everybody say what's good, Byron.
What's up?
What's good, Byron? How
How
are you?
He's so mellow.
And we also got our favorite Prime Minister too. Justice,
Supreme Justice.
Supreme Justice to justice itself.
Yeah.
Chris. It's now Chris.
Christabel. I'm changing it.
Christabel.
Christabel?
No more.
Christabel.
No
That's
more.
beautiful.
Just Chris.
What about Christabal?
No.
Christabal.
People used to make fun of me for that back in like elementary school. Because in Spanish class, that's the name of Spanish teacher.
Cristobal.
Cristobal.
Oh yeah,
Cristobal.
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 Cristobal. That's it.
Can I see your Cristobal's?
Oh my god.
That's a pretty slick name. I like that name,
kid
to be
shit.
honest.
Well, I mean,
Cristobal?
made famous
Cristobal?
by Christopher Columbus.
When it's said,
in those islands.
Cristobal.
the way it's supposed to be said, though.
Yes, Cristobal.
Yes, thank you.
Cristobal.
Cristobal.
That's why I like that name. Like,
That's
Right.
pretty.
Yeah,
That's
it's very
pretty dope.
smooth.
But to be honest,
it's the way
You,
it's supposed to be pronounced is the
I
one I
am-
like it the most.
Mhm.
You
My
know?
family hails from the Dominican Republic.
Ah.
Hey now, hey.
Hey.
For the DR.
That's lit.
Right. Born in New York.
Oh.
I'm Spanish.
And what see is lit.
Hey.
I think you told me about that, and then
From Spain.
your stepfather's
España.
black.
Yes.
España.
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 So really, your parents. hail
That's
from
so
over there?
good.
Yeah.
Yo, I
Yeah.
can't.
See, like,
But you do
no,
that
the reason why
side
I
going on,
laugh,
dude.
so hard at all of
My
this
mother's
is
side.
because
Your
Yeah,
mother's side,
yeah.
where I
honestly,
could definitely
where
feel
we
that
grew
one.
up,
Yeah.
everybody was everything.
Oh yeah.
So this is awesome to me
That's
Definitely.
nice.
because where
Definitely.
we grew up, we graduated together. We're
Oh,
the same
yeah.
age.
Oh,
This is-
really?
that's how
What year
deep
did you
our
guys
history
graduate?
is.
2011.
Yep.
Yeah. Wow.
2011.
Yeah.
We're 25. You guys
Wow, man,
24.
this is
I'm
a
going
very
25.
I'm
specific
gonna be
demographic, man.
25 in
2010.
February.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
You're
I'm
2010.
soon behind you.
2010.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're very
But
But our
specific.
This is
family,
also
but our
Jersey.
family knows each other. Like my mom knows his dad. They worked together before, back in the day.
But like legitimately, her family knows my family.
Yeah.
Like she knows everybody in my family. I know everybody in her family.
Yep.
It's really
Smart.
And
smart.
plus, we went to school and grew up
But
together.
but we knew each other when we were kids. But then
Yeah.
he was here in Roselle Park, and I moved to Roselle Park when we went to high school. And then we linked up, and we were like, okay, our family fucking knows
Legitimately,
each other.
I can remember the day
Yeah.
we became friends. Like we
Yep.
walked into each other at school,
Mhm.
and I just went, "Your mom is what?"
Yep.
And my dad is.
Because I look.
Oh my god! I'm and
I
it
look
was
just
just
like my mom.
fruition from there. It just
I look
expanded,
just
and that
like
was
my
the
mom.
friendship.
I look
That
just like her.
exactly. So that and,
That's how
and
we
I
know.
look like my dad. So
Yep,
like she
facts.
saw me, mustache
Yep.
and short haircut, and
I was
goes,
like, you look
"You're
familiar.
Dan Martin,"
Yep.
and that when I was just like,
Yep.
"Cassie," and I
Mhm.
was just like,
Yep.
When that
So,
happened.
that was about 2009,
Yeah.
2010.
When we started high school. Yeah.
Damn.
Mhm.
I had, dude, no bullshit. I had a mustache and a beard
Yeah.
by 8th grade.
Grown
This is taking a
ass
while.
man, like it's crazy.
Yeah.
I looked like a 32-year-old man
Yeah,
by the
I
time I
was
was in
like-
Still
8th grade.
taking years.
On some Samar
Years and years.
shit.
My
Yeah.
wife,
On some
25.
Samar shit.
Oh my god. he
Shout
had
out
a
to
full
Samar.
beard. He had a
Shout out
full
to
beard.
Progress.
Yeah,
Crazy.
there's this kid that we went to school with named
Oh my
Samar
God.
Branch. Shout out to Samar. I love you, bro. He looked like a grown man.
Oh,
And
yeah.
anybody could tell you this. He was in 8th grade, and we were just like, who's this grown man walking around the school?
Oh yeah, I had a guy.
And this was a student that went to school with us.
Those early
Yep.
bloomers, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, and I was
8th
one of
grade,
them. I was an early
beard.
bloomer as well. So, like, I became friends
was
with
like-
him because I was like, hey,
Like,
we
you
look like grown men.
Like, you
Like,
sure you're my age? You sure? Or you
Yeah.
get left back, something like that? Something happened.
that was
there.
with a lot of people that we went
Yeah.
to school with,
Oh,
you know?
yeah.
That was a lot of people we went to school with. Like, my
Yeah,
dad
what are they
always...
putting in our milk,
back?
man?
My
Or-
dad used to always say, there's
Yeah.
something in the
Am I
water.
right?
My dad
Something
used to
like
say, there's
that.
something in the
It's
water.
that Jersey water.
There's just something about it. It makes
Puts hair in
everybody
your
just
chin.
grow up
We definitely have a
instantaneously
nuclear
in a matter of a
reactor.
Oh,
year.
there you go.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Everyone
I
just
Definitely
goes,
have that. It's a real thing.
Well, this new, you know, that New Jersey water is shit.
Mm.
It's pretty nar.
I think you
No
know
lie.
it's pretty good in a countrywide sense.
Countrywide?
You have pretty good water.
Country-
You know how
Like
much
you're
fucking
global.
fluoride is in the
yeah,
water?
it's
You know how much
Not
fucking...
not my particular thing.
What?
Not much.
What?
Do you know the
Oh my
parts per
God.
billion?
What?
How
We
many
don't have
parts per
those
billion
statistics.
No.
of fluoride is in the water?
Break out the
Probably at
statistics.
least a
You can't say
16th.
probably.
16th, probably.
Facts. Give me the car facts.
All right, then you show me the facts. What do you know?
All right,
Give
we got
me the
Google,
car
man.
facts.
All right, we got Google.
I
Yeah.
well, we do have.
On the
Google
whole,
that shit.
anyway, there's so much fluoride in the fucking water, and that's what calcifies your pineal gland. No third eye for you, motherfucker.
Oh
So
shit!
check out your
God
facts.
damn.
Check out your
Yeah,
facts.
went for his neck. Shit.
That's,
Check out
that's
your
very-
facts.
We
bro.
are, dude.
that-
Check out
Yeah.
your facts.
Oh,
How do
yeah.
you
We'll
like
tell
your
you anything.
toothpaste? With fluoride in it?
Uh,
Uh-huh.
Water.
Uh-huh.
You use fluoride for your toothpaste?
Is there fluoride in your toothpaste, I said?
Hell yeah.
How yeah,
So-
that's we gotta measure the benefits and consequences of certain things. I think us having all white teeth right now and not looking like the British people.
I use
Yeah,
charcoal.
am
I
I
use
right?
char-
Yeah.
Bro, I
We've
use
seen the
I
British
use
people.
I use
Oh,
I
yeah.
use
I saw
char- I
an
use
old
char- I
video
use charcoal to brush
From
my
like
teeth.
this guy
American.
playing like this old piano
Dead ass. I
thing.
use that
His teeth
charcoal
were
toothpaste.
fucked
and
up.
Jack,
it
I know
works.
what
right?
you're
It's not a
talking
good
about.
look.
It works fucking.
It does.
You don't want to be looking like you're chewing on cheese every day. You know what
No,
I mean?
dude.
No, that's not
American
attractive.
cheese, not that.
American
Yeah, that's
yellow
not
American,
attractive.
not
No.
white American, because there's
No.
two kinds.
You gotta look like
Yep.
you're eating sugar, like in America. You know what I mean? But
Exactly.
none of the
That-
consequences, essentially.
Considering how much sugar we eat, yeah, it's surprising.
So
Yeah.
much fucking
Mhm.
sugar.
That fluoride is
It's
necessary.
basically
Look.
poison. Right?
So bad. For
I can't give up chocolate.
like
I'm
crack.
sorry. I just can't.
Dude,
do
I
it.
can because I recently was just very, very, very fucking ill, and I thought it was from a chocolate bar, but that's what I got ill off of. It was a
Damn.
chocolate bar and a bag of the caramel M&Ms that I had not tried yet,
Damn.
and I hurled from about 1 in the morning till about 11 in the morning. Straight. Like, every
What
Damn.
kind
half
of
hour.
chocolate was this?
Hershey bar. And a
Straight
bag
up Hershey
of
bar?
M&M
No chocolate?
caramels.
Oh, it was
The
M&M
new
caramels.
ones.
Oh,
and I
no.
was just all over the place.
That sounds
Like, I
like a
actually
remix.
burped off of that. That was fun.
It does sound like the remix.
Sounds like that will make you sick.
It sounded like the But no, it was bad, dude.
That's crazy. So like, you had the whole
But it was
runs,
at the
shits,
same time.
everything.
I'll stick
Yeah.
to the classic.
Like so that was food poisoning problem.
Yeah.
God damn. Have you
Chocolate
had food poisoning?
poisoning.
But then everybody
Yeah,
else
actually,
got
recently.
it in the house.
Really? So everybody ate
On
the
some
chocolate.
weird.
so it was
and then
probably
Josh-
that
That's
bad.
not food poisoning.
But then what's weird is that Josh actually showed up when he was like, "Yeah, man, I'm gonna show up," because I was sick as shit. And he's like, I was dying. He's like, I was like pissing out my ass.
You guys all go to
like,
the
he was
same
like, I was
restaurant?
puking everywhere. He's like, it was
Oh
horrible.
my god.
He
Yeah,
had it too.
I didn't puke when I had food
He's
poisoning.
like, I had it for a whole week. He
Just
said.
diarrhea.
My dad went to the hospital.
No, just
for it.
constipation,
Are you
really.
serious?
Yeah, like he got to a point where my mom
Really?
went to
You had the
hospital, he
opposite?
goes,
I had a fish
Yeah,
sandwich.
I
at
can't take
McDonald's.
it anymore. I can't
was
suffer
like,
anymore.
He was down
A few
for the
hours too
count.
late.
Yo, my dad's the same way. Like he'll suffer for like 3 days until he decides to like I can't do it no more.
I mean, our parents are fucking soldiers, bro. Like,
Yeah.
our
I'm the
parents,
same
our
way.
parents have been through double the amount of
Oh.
life that we've
Oh,
been
yeah.
through. So like, they
You
know
would think they were here.
Just about.
they're warriors.
Some ways,
They're,
some
li-
ways.
they're life
Close.
warriors.
In other ways, they grew up to a certain point. Probably
They're either
stopped
life
there, right?
sages
Yeah.
or
that's
life
true.
Yeah.
That's true.
life sages or life warriors. That's what our parents are.
I
Yeah.
don't think my dad is either.
yeah,
Yeah.
fuck that guy. Right?
Yeah.
No, fuck him.
No,
dude.
no, fuck him. I thought we were
No,
Byron,
he's not a
you're
bad
getting
guy.
fresh.
Yeah.
Byron's getting
Turn it up.
fresh.
He's just
Byron's
not
getting
very-
100%
He's starting
Now,
early.
you know why? You know why? Because
starting to flame broil some people out here.
Well, that's understandable.
We both have black stepdads, so
Yeah.
Okay.
No, he's the cool one.
yeah,
I
he's
mean,
the
they're
cool
both
one,
kinda
right?
cool
He
in
is the
their own
cool
way.
one.
My one dad's black, the other dad's in jail. So it's kind of like defying stereotypes in a way. It's
Yeah,
kind of cool.
Hmm.
yeah, man, you get a different perspective on that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
100%.
I get that. I've had my own experiences with that kind of as well. My parents were separated at one time, so it's kind
You
of
divorced? At what age they divorced?
Yeah. My
Oh,
parents
yeah.
got divorced when I was in 8th grade.
My
Eighth
parents-
grade?
Basically,
That's rough.
My parents have
And
not.
it was like
Four.
literally the beginning of 8th grade, and so like
That's
from
a horrible
there,
time, man.
they got remarried though. But the way
What?
they, yeah,
That's,
That's
that
it.
never
check me out.
happens.
No,
That
check me out.
never
Check me out.
happens.
Check me
It's a
out.
long
I'm
ride.
hot like the sun. Listen to this. Listen to this.
You lit?
The reason why they got remarried was because now I grew up with my grandmother. I grew up in 22 East Grand Avenue, Roselle Park, New Jersey, 07204.
Damn.
That's
When
specific.
that whole address out.
That house was my grandmother's house. In this house, she lived downstairs with my grandfather. Now, these are my mother's parents.
Okay.
My mom and dad moved in back into that house when I was about 1 year old. I lived in that house till I was about 21. When I was 21, my grandmother died. My grandmother's, I guess, dying wish, to whom she was closest with, and that was, I guess, my dad, because my dad was always taking care of her, because
Yeah.
my dad is my dad.
Yeah.
And my
mhm.
dad is the job, and and the job is to.
Right. He holds it down.
And so that was my grandmother, and somebody needed that, and so he was there every single day. My dad's an EMT. Like, our parents
wow.
are medics.
My
like,
mom's
they go
a
back.
dispatcher.
Oh,
She
both-
used to be
both.
For
EMT.
Jersey City Medical Center.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
History.
Wow.
JCMC is a very deep
Oh,
ingrained
there's a lot of
family.
history there. Used to go
So
there all
much
the time.
history, and we can tell you stories about their stories.
Oh, forget it. Their stories are
Whether it's about Communipaw or whether it's about
Everything.
the brownstone on What's It Called Street. Like, it's
What's it
quite
called?
literally like regular drunk stories, but they got some stories where this guy grabbed me and threw him over and
Yeah.
then threw the cuffs on him, and it's like stories exactly like that.
There's
Wow,
hella
man, I
stories.
can imagine.
But so this is the thing. That's my dad, right?
Mm-hmm.
So all this is going down. My mom's out of the picture. My parents split. That's the odd part. My mom leaves. I love my mom. Like, I have nothing against her for it. Like, it was just something I just didn't understand at the time. I understand it now, but it's like, it's adult shit.
Yeah,
Adult shit.
for sure.
And so I was kind of like in the middle of all this. But like, she dies, and her dying wish to my dad was like, you need to forgive her.
Bring your family back.
You need to bring your family back.
Yeah.
Like, I love you and my daughter together. Like, you need to get over this. Like, you need to stop being so bitter
Right.
towards one another. You're all you got. I'm gonna be gone soon.
True.
She was like, you need to promise me that you'll put all that shit aside once I die,
Mm-hmm.
and you'll talk to her. Lo and behold, the 4th of July,
That's beautiful.
5 o'clock in the morning, my grandmother passes. I come screaming down the parkway to the house. My dad's a mess.
Of course.
Because he was the one who called it. He was the
Mhm.
one who, he was there. It's just
Crazy.
the job. He lost it. Because he loved this woman like his own mother every day for my whole life. 21 years. There at the house that day, talked outside to my mom, and that's where it happened. They were married that October.
Wow,
That's awesome, though. Like that's a
October-
great. That's
October
a great story.
October 15th.
that's pretty crazy.
Maybe you two good dates.
So it's like when it
Yeah,
comes to
man,
like
very-
step when it comes to
I'm
like
horrible.
not step
Can't tell you
parents,
anyone's
like
birthday but mine.
when it comes to
I
like
barely remember mine.
so
Yeah.
just that was my introduction to why like because like you guys got step parents. I've not had step parents, but it's like, you know, my parents have obviously saw other people.
Right.
So I grew up with, like, I guess you could say characters.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, these were people that were actually influential in my life, taught me a lot of things.
Yeah, that sounds
Whether it's
rich.
Lane Fontaine or whether it was Gary Wood, the real Batman of 66.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
I know
yeah.
him.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I know him. Like, there's this guy, Gary Wood, and he's the total Batman fanatic. And he started me on this whole Batman thing that I
Oh,
got.
Batman's awesome.
Growing
Thank
in
you,
me.
Gary
So like
Wood.
this was a young Dan Martin at like 12, and like this happens, and like so my parents are all like distraught, and just to me destruction, just pure destruction. Like it's over, like my life's over.
Right.
Am I the cause of this? Like, you know, that kid, and
Mm-hmm.
this guy Gary.
Gary Wood sounds like a superhero's name.
He
It
does.
really does,
right?
Gary Wood is a fantastic man.
You can go
Uh,
porn as well.
Porn could be too. Yeah.
Right.
He,
Gary Wood.
dude, when I tell
We
you,
all
he has
agree
the
on
most
that.
ultimate.
Gary.
He has, and I would love to have him. I would love to have him on this show one day, actually,
Gary
because
Wood
he can
just rolls up
fucking
in
talk
here.
Oh, he's
with you.
alive.
He's truly alive.
Okay.
He's well, but
Wow.
like he could talk, like we could talk for hours. Like that's he
That's
loved
awesome,
David Letterman. Like in the 90s, the late 90s, he did something in the house next to where I grew up in the attic where he tried to do a show with his wife, and he was like a David Letterman type
That's
behind a
awesome.
desk in a suit with
That's
his hair
lit.
done. So
Huh.
like I grew up around this. Like I grew up around the love of that while all
Mhm.
this destruction, as my child mind was seeing it at the time, was doing. So like I was always around creative idea. I was always around inspiration. I was always around something that had a symbol or a meaning.
Right.
And it just so happened that these people were put into my life that knew all these things, and I just kind of soaked it in. And
Absorbed it all.
this is the extremeness that the world has to deal with now, aka me. This
That's a-
There's not wrong with that though.
so
Not wrong
You
with
do have
that.
to deal with it though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
100%.
suck it
Yeah,
up.
yeah.
yeah, but that's where I'm
By
like,
your bootstraps.
I don't want to fucking hear it. Like Batman mode all the time. Like I don't want to fucking hear it. Like how many times at the store am I like,
Sometimes you gotta put it on
am
the
I
cow.
like, I don't want to fucking hear it. Like I don't want to see you.
How do you think all these things have affected you overall in your life, man?
How have they affected me?
Yeah. How would you say, man?
Experience.
Yeah.
Experienced.
For sure.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Did we just
Learned
say
a
that
lot.
at the same time?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Experience.
it's like
Pure
Kick Link, man.
100% experience.
It's pretty
And that's
serious.
from
At an
multiple
early
adults
age.
that knew multiple
Mhm.
people, and they're from multiple times, like Elaine Fontaine. Like that name just don't come from nowhere, baby. And that's exactly what she would
Nice.
say. Like that's someone that my dad was like seeing like when I was a kid. Like that was his friend when he worked at the First Aid Squad in Roselle Park,
Mm-hmm.
and so like that was his partner. that was his partner on the job.
Right.
But the rest of the world looked at it and was like, that's his partner? What's that mean? You know? So that's how society would take it, but
Interesting.
on the job,
I don't
that's
know.
your partner.
Oh, they thought that they were like
A thing.
a thing.
Never was.
That's weird. I figured
Yeah.
that you'd think, oh, like you guys are police officers. You
But
know?
now, see, I'm a
Yeah,
child,
everyone
so like
knows that,
behind
yeah.
behind locked doors, I'm a child at this time. Behind locked doors, when I'm not home, I don't know what's going down. You know?
Right, yeah.
Yeah, you don't.
Things could have happened.
Yeah.
Probably didn't. I have no idea.
And you will
No
never
idea.
know,
Your
right?
dad
So
is
like
so
I was a child
Yeah,
at the
I don't know.
time.
That'd be kind of weird.
Your dad is so like.
It would be
I see
kind of
your
weird.
dad. That'd be kind of weird.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Just to
Love
think about
his
your
dad.
dad doing that.
Yeah, nothing against my
Doesn't
dad.
make
Definitely the bear.
But yeah, but the thing is that yeah, I learned all these things from all these different people, and so I would say that if I've gained anything from any of this, it's 1,000%. And I know that's not an actual measure of anything, but that's how I would describe it. 1,000% just experience and education of the human mind, the human
Break that into
experience.
different categories would be experience.
Absolutely.
500%. And education. 500%.
I wouldn't even put it that minuscule. I would put it even more minuscule.
It was 1,000% entirely.
Like it would be like 20% this, 20% that. Like I would honestly put it as all of that. Like maybe
15%
even
luck,
less. So,
concentrate power of will.
seriously, like I'm so serious. I'm so 100% serious.
That's beautiful.
No, that's-
Thank you, man.
that's
I
an
appreciate
amazing
that.
story.
I don't share that with a lot of people.
You gotta
You share it
share.
with a lot of people
Always
right now.
share.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You share it
always
with the
share,
world.
Yeah,
man. Gotta be
You
open.
gotta let that shit off.
of
because
course.
The world's
Why don't they
suffering
take
right
that
now
shit in,
because
you
of
know?
that.
Why don't they
Of course.
podcast like NA meetings?
And Amy?
Well,
For
because
real?
I mean that's some things that many people will probably
Yeah, no,
not
people-
want to
what are
put
NA
out
meetings?
It's a terrible idea. A narcotics
there.
Anonymous.
Narcotics, like no.
I've
so
heard of Alcoholics Anonymous.
Well,
Because-
there's a
next
Narcotics
level.
Anonymous.
This is the next
Yeah,
level.
You
yeah.
ever hear
They're like,
somebody
you know,
call
fuck
someone a narc?
Alcohol.
Yes,
of course.
I've seen that.
Narcotic. I know what
actually
narcotic. I didn't know
the
they
name
were
of that comes from.
narcotics.
You ever hear
to me.
about
Narcoleptic,
Narc Night?
bro?
Roswell Park?
Yes, I've heard about
Across
that.
the
Narco
street
like
from
that.
where I live.
Narcolepsy. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard
My
about
dad
that.
used to
Yes,
call it that
narco.
every night. He's like, "Oh, it's Narc Night,"
It's
Narco
Narc Night.
Anonymous.
and I'm like, "That's so." As a young kid, I'm like, "That's so disrespectful."
It-
I thought
Not
this,
knowing what it is, I'm like, "That's so disrespectful."
I went to Narc Nights.
I thought this was
I
the
was
narcotics.
involved, but
Narcotics
Legit?
Anonymous meeting. This is
What?
not. This is not one of them.
no, I'm
Oh,
sorry.
oh,
That's
okay.
next door.
Oh, next door. Gotcha.
Ah, yeah,
Gotcha.
that's why he got mixed up. He thought he was going to the NA meetings next door.
Terrible.
They're at Scoops.
That's crazy.
You know, ice cream.
That's
room.
crazy. Oh,
Are you
really?
serious?
They give you ice cream and you know.
That's
some
beautiful.
heroin.
Are you serious?
No.
Whoa.
You really thought he was serious?
Well, I don't hang around this town.
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Look, Scoops doesn't
bunch
even
of
look
druggies
like
I
a
go
place.
home and I do me. You understand? I go home.
I-
would
I-
come,
I don't know
some
nothing about
shit.
Scoops, but Scoops as what
It's
it
an ice
looks
cream
like,
place.
it does
Scoops,
not
has-
look like that.
Scoops is an excellent place. The lady who owns it is very nice. She comes in for
Why
coffee
you
all the
think
time.
people
Oh, really?
shop there all year round, even in the cold?
Really?
Yeah.
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 You want
Yeah.
to know why? Put a little bit of fucking fairy dust in that ice cream.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
I'm about to go there. I've never been there. I'm about to go there now.
No,
I'm about to go
That
to
made
Seems
me.
worth
That
it.
made me
It's
truly
really
giggle,
good
like
ice
truly,
cream.
like without being induced away to
He
giggle.
said it so
Like, that made
serious
me-
too, like it was
That's
Fairy
what
legit.
dust.
it's common in
Fucking
wintertime.
fairy dust
People in
in.
wintertime come to Scoops to buy ice cream. That's
Well, I mean, there's
bizarre.
more perceived value now. I'll tell you that much.
Why?
Because they might put crack in it, as you.
Oh, yeah, well.
Some angel dust.
Yeah,
might,
that's
yeah.
definitely worth more than a
Angel
scoop of
dust.
ice cream.
That
Yeah.
shit that what's his
Super
name was.
That's a
smoking
remix
with,
that won't make
uh,
you sick. You know what I mean?
The guy from Who's Line. What's his name?
Drew Carey.
No, the
Before
other
or
guy.
after the hair implants?
Which one? Oh,
Before or after the immense weight loss? Has anybody seen Drew
Oh,
Carey
good for
lately?
him.
No.
Dude, he looks fantastic. Let me look
Man.
him up really. Actually,
I hope
really
money
quick.
would do that. You know,
Yeah, Drew Carey looks fucking fantastic, bro.
that's good for him.
He's doing The Price Is Right now, I think.
Yeah, he is.
Oh,
that's why.
okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
You
That's
just
weird.
check out his hair, bro. It's crazy.
is he a ponytail
awesome.
now?
No, it's just
No,
looks, it
he's
looks
short hair, but he lost so much weight.
It looks like he went like a botched time machine.
Oh man.
Yeah, serious.
Not a
man.
botched time machine. He just so that's him then.
Mhm.
That's him now.
Oh, okay.
Wow, he got old.
Yeah, right.
Very
Yeah,
old.
very
man.
old.
People.
Nobody escapes time, bro.
That's
Yeah.
what we're gonna look like soon.
No,
So
I'm
this
thinking
is-
that by the time that happens, we'll have like anti-aging.
This is
serums
the
and
I
stuff.
difference.
hope so, because
Yeah.
I'd like to.
This is the difference. Look at
Wow, good for him.
It looks like Bill Gates'
See, he
120
could
year old
totally-
phone.
I was gonna say it's weird.
that. That's
that
what the
he's hosting Price
iPhone
is
Million's
Right,
gonna look like.
But he looks like he could host Price is
Oh
Right.
It's gonna
Could be.
replace us. The smartphone's gonna replace us. They were right.
This is gonna
Which
walk with
ones?
us.
They were right. That's what the smartphone million is gonna look like. It's gonna look like Drew Carey when he lost all the weight like that.
That's
with
crazy.
the
He's
bow
gonna
tie.
come up to your door. Like, hey,
Looks
I'm your new
scary.
smartphone.
Hey, yeah,
Hey.
and Mimi's gonna pop
Should
out
be
next
on
to him.
Should be on a cover with R.L. Stein. You know what I mean?
Right, dude?
Yeah.
Do Have you guys watched Black Mirror?
Of course.
Oh, yeah.
Man, great.
No, I haven't seen that.
As a technologist, it's an amazing show.
I gotta look
right?
into
Have you
that, 'cause
guys
I've heard
watched
of that before.
Mindhunter?
Yes, I also have watched this because I obviously have nothing to do.
Mindhunter?
Yeah,
You
sounds
watch?
like-
Yeah, I did.
It's
I
on
watch a lot
Netflix.
of
You
His
haven't
shows.
partner's
watched
my
it?
favorite. His
Yeah.
partner
Yeah, no,
reminds me of my
I
dad.
diversify
he
my
does.
Yeah.
Oh my God, he
But
does.
like, because like the
portfolio.
kid,
Yeah,
and,
it's,
like, there's something wrong
pretty
with the kid,
serious
it's
now.
not right. I think of my dad.
Your dad
Rivals
definitely would say
crypto.
something like that.
Yeah, and like,
There's
this is the
something wrong-
job. This is the job.
There's
And like,
something wrong with this kid.
yeah,
That's
there
what
is
your dad
genuinely
could say.
something. Yeah, and I was that kid. You know, I watched Mindhunter, and that's the like kind of like the relationship between me and
Really?
my dad. I think of his
Oh,
This
partner
show's
with the
only
crew
about
cut.
serial killers.
I know, but this is like the intrapersonal thing
I'm trying
about
to
it.
put
Like
things
the
together
like the
here.
detective
No,
guy.
no, but that's what they do in the
detective
show. They
mind
draw
them.
parallels to like normal people.
The detective guy, like
Mhm.
not the main guy, the young guy, the older guy,
Oh, the older
and how
guy.
he is with his like adopted kid,
Yeah,
and how he's like, I don't get him, I don't ever get to spend time
definitely
with
some
him,
father
and he's
issues.
like,
Oh,
and
yeah.
this is the job, this is the job,
Right,
and he's like,
right.
and he's showing his, you know, and I'm
Yeah.
like,
Your dad is
Very
hardcore like
traditional.
that.
and that's what my dad
1950s.
looks like with
Yeah.
the haircut, and like,
family kind of deal.
this is the job, like that's my dad.
Your dad is hardcore.
And so
for
I
sure,
relate
yeah.
everything to my everyday life. Like I'm like,
This looks
that's
familiar.
it. And like so, like Chris is almost cracking a smile because he's like, you got a point.
It's crazy.
I see your dad.
Being like, there's something wrong with the kid. I don't know what it is, but I don't want to admit it. Like, it's my dad.
Like, I mean, 50 years ago, people with psychology,
Jeez,
they
man, I
wouldn't have been
smoke
able to
pot.
point
Of
to
course
that
it's
before.
psychology.
Before
Yeah.
what?
There's
Love
nothing
you,
wrong
man.
with
Wizard
that.
mind
There's
tricks.
nothing wrong with that. That's it.
Can't analyze them.
Gotta like block
Trauma?
out life nowadays.
Drama.
Fuck trauma. That's
Trauma.
bullshit. He just wanted to kill all those
Trauma.
people.
Yeah,
Stick some
He
dirt.
wanted to
Sticks-
chop her legs up in that exact
Trauma
origami
was-
way.
it
Trauma
the
sticks some
weed.
dirt. in the
Yeah,
weed ball.
exactly. Reefer madness.
Oh, reefer madness, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, I love my dad. This is a man that walked up to me and said, THC is the thing that kills you.
What?
My dad is a poorly misinformed man.
Wow, my mom is like that.
I love the man, and he is very intelligent, and he's got a great big heart, and nobody will ever top it in the world. Like that, it's superhero size. But the man is poorly misinformed. And I love him to death, and I
That's
wish we could just have a
unfortunate.
civilized talk one day about it, but it's like,
There's nothing there.
he doesn't want to hear anything about it.
That's
And I kind of respect it, but like I tell everybody, he's a product of his environment.
Yeah.
He grew up in the 60s and 70s in Newark in the time of the riots,
And that's the
Yeah.
reality, man.
in a very militant family.
Mhm.
And
He's kind of set in his ways already.
You gotta do? Just play some Snoop Dogg for him while he sleeps.
oh, he loves Snoop Dogg. He
Oh,
loves Snoop
what?
Dogg. He watches Snoop Dogg and Martha with my mom on TV.
Oh yeah, I saw
That's
that.
their favorite
Sipping
show.
on gin and juice, laid back with my mind on my money and my money on my mind.
I thought about putting my mom in a controlled environment and giving her acid.
Mm.
Oh my
See, that
God.
might change your mind. That changes my
I
my
mean,
mind
it would
about
probably-
things.
That
It
changes
probably
a lot of
literally
minds
changed
about a lot of
mine.
things.
Yeah.
That's
That
right.
that actually crashes some
It would-
minds.
it
It
would
actually
change
breaks
mine,
people.
right? It opens the doors.
It breaks people.
It opened a lot of
Uh,
doors.
yeah.
I'm abstaining to say
interesting,
I'm
to say the
I'm
least.
I mean,
abstaining
she
to
might be
say
terrified the
on
whole
yeah,
time, but you know,
podcast
hey,
whether or
that's
not
life.
I've done it because
You
people
can't
Life
like
is
listen to
fear.
or
this.
something.
Yeah, people might.
But
Yeah.
it changes
Microdosing.
minds. It
Yeah.
crashes
Maybe throw her
some
for a little
minds.
bit for like a week.
Oh yeah, I've heard
Yeah.
about that.
man. That-
Locking people in a closet, but
I
like
would not
there
wanna be
watching
accidentally
them,
like
like
that.
taking care of them, and like they just
Wow.
fucking
Oh, that's,
lose it.
I wouldn't
Yeah.
mind that.
That's and I've heard a lot of people we know I've actually had that happen to them.
Oh, I'm sure.
Oh,
That
plenty of
doesn't.
people we
That
know.
doesn't surprise me.
But it's like not bad people
accidentally
we know.
acid dosed?
It's like
no.
people you wouldn't expect, like you would hear. about
Really?
it. Yeah, and it'd be like, whoa, really? Like,
Wow.
Yeah.
You really went that far, huh?
Yeah.
What?
A lot of people come here that we went to school with, like people who had really bad reactions to acid.
Oh,
And
Really?
like, and it was like a thing where like someone was watching them, you know, like had a caregiver
Mm-hmm.
just in case, like someone was there like hanging out with them, and they snapped, absolutely 100% fucking snapped, and like it came to a point where someone I can't name, but personally
Yeah.
had to get put into a closet, and someone had to hold them up in the closet as the person is just fucking like
Oh my
full
God.
on just acid fucking just nutcase lost it.
That's crazy.
Lost
Yeah.
it. And that's someone
not really
we know personally, and I
What?
can't.
I think I'm a
It's all
pass
right.
on
and that's someone that
I'll pass
because
on
like
that
I was saying to her,
reaction.
we get a lot of people that we know from school that come in the store and they're like, "Damn, Martin, what the fuck you doing here, boy?" They're like, "Ain't your dad a cop?"
Oh.
And
Yeah.
I'm like, "Yeah, dude, but life." And,
Yeah.
and I was like, "Bills," and so I just go like that, and they're like, "Oh yeah," and we get to talk, and I'm like, "So what you been up to? Like, what happened? Like, you hear anything from anybody? I don't see nobody no more."
Yeah.
People come to the store all the time.
Wow.
And it's just like, yeah, man, it's like way back, this happened to this one, and this, and I was just, and it's just like a smack in the forehead every time of just reality for other people that we know. And
Mhm.
like Roselle Park's not very big. It's a square mile
Oh,
on
yeah,
a
you
map.
hear
Did you
everything.
tell him about it?
You hear everything.
I keep this all to myself. But like if I'm sharing it like this, I don't say names. I don't say names.
I just say,
I don't put it out like
someone
that.
I know.
I don't think that's kosher.
Say
I don't think
fake
that's very
names.
cool. You know,
Yeah,
if you put that out in the universe, that's going to come right
Why
around.
not?
and-
But I mean, do you at least tell them how you feel about it, right? Because it's
I mean,
like it's causing people,
we talk about it,
you
and
know.
I just say like I'm saying to you guys now. I'm like sometimes you know you take acid, and like I said, I'm abstaining from saying whether or not I've done it or not because I just know about it.
Word.
And
If you have to abstain from
Some-
saying it, that means yes.
some people,
Yeah.
some people,
I can't say yes or no. that
Kinda
means
told
yes.
on yourself.
I'm just saying I'm
Otherwise, you
abstaining.
say no.
Yeah.
I'm just saying I'm saying I'm abstaining.
Fair point.
And it's not in bad or good way. It's
Yeah.
just whatever. But the thing is that I say to them, I'm like, you know, some people they take acid and it just fractures their mind, like, and they're never the same. But like, it's just for some people, it's just like
I know.
What's an
the
intense
light,
experience?
the way.
It is.
Yeah, oh
You
yeah.
gotta be
It's
ready.
It's the
Any
way of
kind of
life.
They
There's
learn what
experience in
fucking
general
means,
can
like
fuck
what the
you up.
fucking sentence I am
They
means.
become
like,
fucking geniuses when
Yeah.
they take this shit.
So like,
Seriously.
what does the sentence I am mean?
No,
Like,
Well,
I
that's why
know
you gotta put
someone
them in a
personally
controlled
who
environment.
does
As
that
long as
on
they're
a
not,
regular.
as long as they're not a danger to themselves,
Exactly.
or
Yeah.
other people.
but that's like when I
Exactly.
hear like
If you're doing it at
people
home and you're
getting
just
like
staying
that,
home,
I'm
then
just
that's
kinda
fine.
like,
But
Jesus.
you're going
It's
out
weird. I
there
feel
and
like
you're
what-
driving around.
It's
on
like
that
what
shit,
was
no.
hiding inside of them, like, and
Oh,
and
yeah.
sometimes I do think that, like, what was it really, like, you know, like, what did they
Why would
really
you want to
take?
do that?
Like, did you-
Like, is this he
Did
say
you
she
lace it
say?
and say something?
Is it or is it like
I
he
don't
say
wanna
she
move.
say?
Yeah. It might be that.
Because,
Because
you
people
know?
like to do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
People
That's
like
it.
love to do that.
I've definitely bad experiences, man, where it's just, you know.
I
you
have
gotta
zero
think about
experience
life.
with that because I've never done it.
It's
I've
okay.
definitely
It's
said,
wild.
but I
Hey,
know
listen,
someone
I've thought about
personally
it.
who
It's
does
wild.
it on a regular. It's a way of life,
Yeah, some
and they're
people, it's a way of
completely
life.
functional. Like they,
We know
come
tons,
outside
we know
and so
tons of people that come here all the time, and they're functional
and
people.
I'm just like, look,
They're a little
as long as you're
crunchy.
yeah. Oh
We
yeah.
call them a little crunchy. A little crunchy. Dave would say they're a little crunchy.
A little rough around the edges.
Yeah.
That's
That's fine, yeah.
That's another way
Look.
of putting it, but we can kind of say crunchy.
A little out
Crunchy.
there.
Crunchy people, yeah.
Look, as
But
long
they
as you're not
function.
hurting anyone,
They
that's fine
crunch,
with
but
me.
they function. They
Yeah.
crunch, but they function.
Mhm.
You like crunch bars?
I like crunch bars.
I don't like crunch bars.
You like Nestle Crunch bars?
Oh,
Kit Kats?
Those
Come
are
on.
classic.
They're so
Basically the
clutch
same thing.
That's
sometimes.
classic.
You just be
But
sitting
these are like
there.
they have the bubbles on them, man. That bothers me. The
Yeah,
mouthfeel.
you just be sitting
The
there. You
bubbles
just
on
be
the
like,
bar bothers
I
me.
I don't like
Just be
bubbles.
like-
Get the fucking bubbles out of here.
Yeah. Looks like it's bubbling, man. I don't
I
know.
don't like bubbles in my candy. I like them in my bath. Nope. No bubbles.
It's the mouthfeel, man. The mouthfeel.
When I drink
It's a real
chocolate milk,
work.
I don't blow into it.
are you one of those? Are you one of those people that has like a texture issue with food?
I've always, since I was a kid, I
It's
like
actually
things
part of it.
separate, right? I like my food
Of
separate. I
course.
don't like a combination of
Well,
food. That
sometimes I
seems-
like to take
My
my
aunt
corn.
is like that.
I like to take my corn and my peas and put them in my mashed potatoes. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, there's certain
No,
things.
that's-
Yeah, there's certain
The
things.
corn and mashed potatoes is lit.
That's what I'm fucking
It's
saying,
fucking
son.
lit.
I,
I don't know what it is, though.
rice
Saying.
and chicken. Rice and chicken, yeah.
This is
Rice
what
and
I'm
chicken's
saying.
That's
I don't know
meat.
what
That's
it
definitely
is that makes it
What
so
is it?
good, but it
What is
fucking
it? The
tastes
corn
delicious.
Nice
potatoes
fucking
and peas.
steak.
Corn and mashed
Oh.
potato
Potatoes
peas?
and the corn, bro.
peas.
What's up?
Oh.
Corn, mashed potato, and peas is what you're.
Man,
I don't know about the peas,
Why?
but I can definitely go with the corn
because
for sure.
why not?
Okay.
Because
Why not?
peas are good
That's
separate.
how I feel about
Yeah.
rice and chicken, so I understand.
Yeah, bro.
But you don't eat a piece of rice and chicken in the same bite.
Yes, I
Yes,
do.
I do.
Yeah, I actually
Fuck
break
yeah,
apart
yes,
my
I fucking
chicken,
do.
spread it across
What?
ever so lightly.
Boyo,
Yeah,
boyo,
like a
boyo,
real.
boyo.
It's a very intimate experience.
Look, I come from
I eat-
different cultures here.
Yeah,
I eat
we
all
grew-
that shit.
We grew up around
Mix.
different
Mad
cultures.
Hispanics,
Makes
mad
sense to me.
black
Yeah.
people,
It's-
white people, everything.
It's
I know
love,
every.
It's love and acceptance for everything.
Oh,
All
yeah.
types of food.
I eat all types of food. I don't care.
Like you were like chicken and rice, and I turned around, blew my vape out, and was like boyo, 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 boyo. And I was just like chicken and rice, man. And I was
Oh.
like, we grew up around a lot of people, like
A lot
red
of
jerseys.
Hispanics.
Like if we went
Oh
to
my
like
God.
the medical center
A lot
as
of
the
in here in
kids,
Jersey.
Oh, my
everybody would
God.
always bring
A lot of
food, and
us.
somebody would bring sausage and peppers, and then you had chicken and rice that somebody
Yeah.
brought from home, and then you had fucking
Who? I can't read your mind.
somebody would make like a squid, not squid, fucking
Calamari?
that's
calamari.
Asian.
Someone
Yeah.
would make that and bring
Yeah.
that. Oh,
Oh,
bro.
That
yeah.
sounds Asian.
So like the
Calamari?
yeah,
Nah,
Eat
that's
a bunch of
Italian.
things.
calamari. Did you hear her say that, bro?
That's
Italian.
Italian.
Yeah.
In Spanish.
Yeah.
Yeah, over there as well. Yeah, definitely.
So like we had a lot.
A lot of places rely on fish.
That's awesome.
We're
So
yeah.
like
I've never had over in the.
it's just that it's just if you grew up around people that knew how to make food the right way and the
Oh,
different
yeah.
mixtures,
Oh yeah.
you continue to grow up and spread that that righteous love onto other people and be like, no.
No.
This is how you make
Try
it.
it this
don't
way.
know.
Yeah.
This is how you make it.
Tell me
True.
which one's better.
This is how you make it. This is the
Okay,
right way
shit.
to make it.
Hell fucking yeah.
You want to make
Why
it
I gotta
good? This
cook?
is how it tastes.
I got like.
Let me
5
show you
fast
some
food places
culture.
down the
Yeah, let me
Here
show
you go.
Let me show you what.
Food
Let me
does it,
show
yeah.
you what love tastes
Yeah.
like.
L-O-V-E.
Let me show you what love tastes like. That's.
We're gonna do L-U-V
Panera is love.
because it's
Ooh,
love.
Panera is love. Their
Oh my
bread
God.
bowls and their sandwiches.
Yeah,
Delicious.
They got me.
Hey.
Cheddar broccoli soup is so
That chain
lit
life.
at Panera Bread. Oh my God.
We talked about Star Wars at some point. Probably not.
Star Wars.
Nah, I mean, we didn't you want to do the hour today, man?
We're gonna do an hour of recording
I don't.
and split. It's 2 episodes.
Why not?
So we're doing another split today, guys.
Well, that's how we're gonna do it.
Yeah.
In general.
Yeah.
Word.
From
It
now
works
on, we're
out.
doing it split. You know the deal.
Yeah,
30
yeah.
minutes at 30 minutes at 30 minutes at 30 minutes.
Yeah, fuck it.
All right, so this has been episode
7.
7. It's because the movie's 7, isn't it?
What movies? No, it's just episode
Kevin
7.
I didn't even
Spacey.
think about that.
What's in the box?
Oh my God, let's not even talk
What's
about that
in the
guy.
box?
Ask my girlfriend what was
Let's
in
not
the
go
box.
down that road. Let's not talk about that guy.
She's like
please.
the head. I was like, yeah.
Yeah, Gwyneth Paltrow's head. All right, guys, this has been episode 7. Everybody say peace.
Peace.
And love. Peace
See
and
you in a
love.
few days.
Peace and love.
And love.
Hey.
Peace.